Has the Golden State Warriors dynasty finally reached its limit? Has the Golden State Warriors finally reached its peak in as far as competing for NBA championships and competing at the highest level in the Western Conference? For years now, it has felt like the Golden State Warriors has absolutely dominated the NBA ever since coming out of the scene in 2014, competing with the Los Angeles Clippers in a 2014 first round matchup that took the Clippers to the limit. We knew that the Golden State Warriors were going to be a problem, and then the year after, breaking through and winning a championship, and then for the next 7 to 8 years absolutely dominated the NBA scene. After 2016 losing to the Cleveland Cavaliers in one of the greatest NBA finals we have ever witnessed, they went out and added another superstar to their roster in Kevin Durant, and then from there on it was completely unfair. The Golden State Warriors dominated every series, were the number one seed for the next 3 years straight. They absolutely torched the NBA and all the different NBA teams that were in the NBA. And then there was a falling out. Draymond Green and Kevin Durant got into it late in the game against Los Angeles Clippers. Draymond Green got a defensive rebound with about 8 seconds left, dribbled it up floor. Kevin Durant clapping, asking for the basketball, never got it. And then they got into an argument on the bench, and then that seemed like the boiling point for Kevin Durant and ultimately led him to leaving the Golden State Warriors. And then Kevin Durant leaves, Stephen Curry gets injured, Klay Thompson gets injured in the finals, and then it all seemed like the Golden State Warriors were going to go back to what they used to be, and that was a lottery team, a team barely making the playoffs. But then when Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green came back onto the floor, they broke through and won yet another championship last year against the Boston Celtics in a great 6-game series where Stephen Curry finally got the recognition he deserved. He finally got the respect of being a true top-tier player that we have ever seen, and winning NBA Finals MVP and absolutely dominating the Celtics in a 6-game series. But then ever since then, we have not seen the same Golden State Warriors. This team looks nothing like they did last year. They lost a lot of pieces. They played little to no defense, and even though they score a lot of points, they cannot stop a lick on the defensive end of the floor. So that brings the question: have the Golden State Warriors finally met their mark? Have they finally reached their limits? Have they finally just said enough is enough? Our time is up. You look at this roster and you would say that they should be competing. They should be a number 1 to number 4 seed in the Western Conference. But if you look deeply, this team is not a good team, actually. You have a lot of offensive talent. Now, you could say this is the most talented the Warriors have ever been ever since Kevin Durant. Yes, and you may be right, but the pieces just do not fit together. Jordan Poole, streaky player, good shooter. He just doesn't fit well to me on this team. I don't like this. I would love if they kept Otto Porter Jr. If they kept Otto Porter Jr., it would have been a way better fit than Jordan Poole. I feel Jordan Poole is a great offensive player, but he brings little to no defense, and that's what the Warriors need, is a lot of defense. They let Gary Payne Jr. walk in the offseason when he was a vital, big piece on that championship run. He could play defense from 90 feet. He would take the best offensive player on the other team and lock him up 90 feet. He was an electric piece on that Golden State roster team, as well as could shoot the 3-ball a little bit, and he had a lot of hops. He had hops on that squad. I thought another bad decision by this Golden State roster was getting rid of James Wiseman. Yes, he wasn't developing the way you wanted to. Yes, you need players to compete right now, but you also got to look towards the future. You're looking at Jordan Poole. You're looking at Moses Moody. You're looking at Jonathan Kuminga. Why aren't you looking at James Wiseman? Look what he's doing with the Detroit Pistons, averaging around 15 points. I mean, putting up great numbers, fitting well in with that team. I felt if you gave him a little bit more time, he could have polished into a great player. I liked him coming out of Memphis, and I felt the Golden State Warriors just gave up on him way too quick. But the biggest reason why this Golden State Warriors team is not playing as well as it should be is the same reason that they did not win the championship in 2019, besides all the injuries, because we know the injuries were the biggest reason they lost to the Toronto Raptors in 2019. But the biggest issue with that 2019 squad was the culture got shifted when Draymond Green and Kevin Durant got into a feud and ultimately led to Kevin Durant leaving the Golden State Warriors. And I feel before the season started, there was a video that got released of Draymond Green socking, aka punching Jordan Poole and knocking him out on the floor on the canvas. And that, in my opinion, is the biggest reason that this team is not succeeding, because the culture is different. Draymond has 1 foot out the door because the Warriors would not extend him, and they extended Jordan Poole, basically saying, we don't need you, Draymond Green, but we want him and need him. We don't need you. We don't want you anymore. See you later. You can play out your contract this year. We won't trade you, but we are going to leave you once this season is up. And I felt that was really disrespectful for Draymond Green, and Draymond Green took that personal. We all know how Draymond gets. When he gets moody, when he gets pissed off, he throws a fit. And I feel this is one of the biggest reasons why this Warriors team is not meshing the way it should and not playing the way it should, is because these two had this altercation and ultimately just destroyed the locker room, destroyed the way they think about each other, destroyed basically that championship they got last year. You have Stephen Curry trying his damnedest to get a win, putting up multiple 50-point games and still losing by double digits. I mean, who does that? Who is putting up 50 points and still losing? Can someone come help Stephen Curry out? Klay Thompson looks revitalized. He looks like a better player than he used to be. I feel they're not giving him the respect that he should. The main reasons why this Golden State Warriors team is not what it used to be is two big things. They just do not play any defense, and that Draymond Green and Jordan Poole situation really hurt everyone's heart and hurt the culture of this Golden State Warriors team. Do I think they could still compete in the West? I don't. I don't. With the talent disparity, I mean, you look at the most recent game against Los Angeles Clippers. I mean, the Clippers were physical with them. The Clippers were hard-nosed, like locking them down, and the Warriors went on multiple runs with Stephen Curry hitting multiple threes, splitting the defensive, getting to the rim, spin shots, and the Clippers still had an answer. The Clippers were okay because they were winning the game. The Clippers were able to answer any runs that the Golden State Warriors went on. I look at a game like that, I'm like, in a 7-game series, what are the Golden State Warriors going to do to adjust to that? Score more points? No, you need to lock down on the defensive end of the floor. You have Draymond Green getting technical fouls. You have Draymond Green flopping. Like, that's not going to get it done in the playoffs. I mean, you need to lock in on the defensive end of the floor, play smart nose basketball, which the Warriors used to do. It just seems like they're not doing that anymore. It seems like they want to complain, moan, bitch, all this stuff that just isn't going to get it done when it comes playoff time. It seems that the Warriors are just like tired. They've done it all. They won 4 championships. Curry's won 4 championships. Seems like they're tired. They want a break. It seems like even when Curry got hurt, Thompson got hurt, they weren't on a break because it was injuries. I feel like now it's like they want to enjoy what they accomplished. They want to enjoy what they did in the past. I see Draymond Green leaving in this offseason. I don't know if he'll go to the Lakers. I see Klay Thompson possibly leaving because I feel he wants to be in a bigger role than just being Stephen Curry's sidekick. And I see the Warriors rebuilding and trying to win another championship with Stephen Curry. I don't know what's going to happen with Jordan Poole. I don't see it working with Steph Curry and Jordan Poole on the same team. Maybe you could put Jordan Poole as the number 2 as a shooting guard. I don't personally like that at all. You have young pieces on this team. I really see this team blowing up after this offseason. I see guys like Kevon Looney will stay. Obviously, Steph Curry's still going to be there. He's going to be there his whole career. But I see this team blowing up after this season, man. They're going to lose in the first round, possibly even the play-in. And I just see that being the boiling point, being like, yep, we did everything we could, but it's time to go. It's time that we move on. Dre, we'll see you later. You were great to us. We respect what you did, but we're done with you. Klay Thompson, you want to get traded? Sure. We don't think you can do it at the highest level anymore, even though I think Klay Thompson could go to somebody like the Bucks and be a key piece to them winning multiple championships. I would love Klay Thompson to get out of here and go be his own. New York? I didn't even think about that. Oh, Klay Thompson in New York. Oh my goodness, that is a great idea. I would love that. But back to the video. In all reality, the Warriors were a dynasty. They're one of the great dynasties. You can argue they're the best dynasty. To go on the 7-year span that they went on, 4 championships in 5 attempts, having the greatest record in NBA history, having a unanimous MVP, having a back-to-back MVP, having one of the greatest players we've ever seen in Kevin Durant play for this team. It's one of the best dynasties we've ever seen, but all great things must come to an end. And I see this year Warriors blowing it up after this year. They're going to lose in the playoffs. I predict they'll probably make the playoffs, but they'll lose in the first or second round, at most second round. They're not getting past the Clippers. They're not going to get past the Nuggets or the Suns. I can't see them beating any of those teams. I can't see them beating any of the teams in the top 8, to be honest. I mean, the Kings would give them fits. If the Lakers somehow get into the playoffs, they'd give them fits. Like, there are so many teams that can lock you down defensively. There's so many teams that can outscore the Warriors, because what if Steph Curry's cold? Who are you going to rely on? Klay Thompson? You can't rely on Klay Thompson being your best player. So I think the Warriors dynasty is over after this year. I see Draymond Green leaving, Klay Thompson leaving, possibly Andrew Wiggins getting traded, possibly Jordan Poole getting traded, possibly them just blowing it all up and restarting with Stephen Curry. But let me know what y'all think down below. Do y'all think the Warriors have a chance to make it out the West again this year? I mean, if the Warriors make it out this year, I don't even know. I mean, I can't speak any. I'll be a Warriors fan. If the Warriors somehow make it out of the West this year, I'll be a Warriors fan. Sure, whatever. I mean, it's not gonna. There's no way. I mean, it would be one of the greatest comeback stories we've ever seen. To see what Draymond Green and Jordan Poole went through to start the season, to see the Warriors be a bottom 10 seed in the Western Conference and build their way all the way back up and make it to the NBA Finals, let alone win it, that would be an incredible story. One of the greatest stories we've ever seen. It would compete with LeBron James coming back from 3-1. But let me know what y'all think down below. Do y'all think the Warriors have a chance to make it out the West? Do y'all think the same as I do? Do you think they're going to blow it up this year? Who gets traded? Who stays? Let me know all your questions, comments, concerns down below. But if you all did, be sure to leave a like down below. Comment down below any video ideas you guys want to see. And subscribe if you are new. We post daily basketball and boxing content. And podcast coming soon. Appreciate y'all. See y'all next time. It's been Evan, and peace.